Your thoughts absolutely become reality. So what are you thinking about every day? Take a moment right now and reflect on what are you really thinking about every single day. You, as a man, right now, confront yourself, man to man, look at the man in the mirror right now, and honestly tell yourself, are you thinking the majority of the time positive, or are you thinking the majority of the time negative? Be dead honest with yourself, and then look at your life. I guarantee if the majority of your thoughts are positive, I guarantee you have a positive life. And I guarantee if the majority of your thoughts are negative, getting mad at shit, getting mad at feminists, getting mad at Black Till videos, getting mad at MGTOW, getting mad at whatever fucking political shit's out there, right? I guarantee your life sucks. I guarantee you're fucking broke or on the verge of broke. Be honest with yourself. Take a moment and ask yourself. Ultimately, the biggest change I made too in 2019, I said, I'm going to force myself to be positive, and anybody that's negative in my life or consistently negative, consistently bringing conflict, consistently argumentative, consistently not coachable, consistently just after I communicate with them, I feel exhausted, consistently confrontational and causing trouble around you, causing trouble with the fucking your atmosphere near you, right? There's this guy that I used to hang out with, and I don't hang out with this fucking guy anymore. His name was Ramey, and this guy, everything was a fight. Everything was an argument. And he was telling me how, oh, Trump is putting those kids in cages, and it's the Trump administration's fault. I'm like, bro, you're fucking Canadian. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're from Canada. You can't even vote in America. And I would fucking get in fights with this guy about this shit. And I realized, and every time it would be some kind of fight. And then, girls around us would always be creeped out by him. And he would, date him once. And then the girls would ghost him and shit. And he was just a creep and a weirdo. And I was just thinking, dude, you know what? It's time to make the cut. Because that is also data going into your mind. And then how many of you guys have fought with somebody or had a fight or whatever, and then after you're stewing and laying in bed this fucking guy, he's wrong because of this and that, and how dare he say this to me, and you're just fucking spurging out in your bed thinking about some argument you had with somebody and how much they're wrong. Think how stupid that is, how much of a waste of time that is, and how much that is anti-productive. A waste of your time. Think about that.
In the Bible, you read in Mark 9:23, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. My old friend Dr. Norman Vincent Peale put it this way: this is one of the greatest laws in the universe. Fervently do I wish I had discovered it as a very young man. It dawned upon me much later in life, and I found it to be one of the greatest, if not my greatest discovery outside of my relationship to God. The great law, briefly and simply stated, is that if you think in negative terms, you will get negative results. If you think in positive terms, you will achieve positive results.
It's that simple. That's it right there. Right? It's that simple. Guys, I changed my life when I forced myself in 2019, before I even made it. I forced myself. I put it all over my walls in my house. Every corner I turned. I was so fucking OCD about this shit. I put a pin above my toilet, so when I was taking a piss, I would read, and it would say, I, Jonathan Hogwood, consistently earn $10,000 a month from the internet, right? And at the bottom I said, force yourself to think positive now. And every time I read that, I would stop, I would close my eyes, and it would feel uncomfortable. It would feel wrong. It would feel stupid. And part of me thought God, John, you're desperate. This is you're trying anything. This is kind of psychotic. But then I would tell that part of my mind to shut up too. And I would say, I'm just going to force myself to think positive and make this shit happen. When I sat down to take a shit, I had another one pinned right there. I couldn't escape my bathroom. I always saw this stuff. It would be eye level with me. When I was in my kitchen, when I was in my bedroom, when I was in my office, when I was in my bathroom, this was everywhere. Girls would come over and be like, yo, are you crazy? I'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm living in a strange place called reality. Guess what? That's happened. Now it's laughable for me to make $10,000. Okay? That pushed me through the bear market of cryptocurrency. That pushed me way through it to the point where I am now theoretically up pretty good in my cryptocurrency gains. Unfortunately, I lost them all in a boating accident. So, God, the ocean, but I would have been rich. I would have been really rich. I wouldn't even need to work all this year. I wouldn't need to do YouTube. I wouldn't need to do anything but hang out and exist and watch my portfolio grow.
That is the simple fact, he went on to say, which is at the basis of an astonishing law of prosperity and success. In 3 words, believe and succeed.
Yes.
William Shakespeare put it this way, our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. George Bernard Shaw said, people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. Well, that's pretty apparent, isn't it?
That right there pisses a lot of people off. Listen to what this man said. This is good ancient wisdom, man. I fucking love this shit. Listen to this one more time. Listen to what he said. This is what a real man does. And shout out to Gabriel Alves in the chat. He had fucking balls to write out his percentage. 65% positive, 35% negative. Okay? Currently, I'm at like an 85-15% negativity ratio. 85% positive, 15% negative. And, recently I had that surgery and I was immobile and I couldn't move and I was just like, I was on my stomach and so I couldn't fucking get up, and so I was just like literally had to like sit down, and I caught myself stewing a couple times. Write out your percentage of positive to negative in the chat. Let me see where you guys stand, and let's listen to this one more time because this is seriously so based, man. Listen to this shit. This was when America was great.
Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. George Bernard Shaw said, people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them.
That's fucking so powerful. I want to play it again just because it's that powerful. Listen it again. And if you don't understand what I'm trying to make with this, write in the chat, like tell me what you don't understand, but listen one more time to what he said. This is what a real man does.
William Shakespeare put it this way, our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. George Bernard Shaw said, people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them.
I don't believe in circumstances. They find the circumstances they want, and if they don't exist, they make them. They make their circumstances. We live in a world of abundance now more than ever. Guys, everybody is like, I see so many people like crying like, oh, automation's coming to take jobs and we can't work in factories anymore and truck driving is supposed to be gone. Not even taking 1 second to realize how many new jobs are being created. Do you know that there are people that are professional Fortnite coaches? They literally coach people how to play Fortnite for upwards of $100 an hour. Think about that. Now, more than ever, can you make your circumstances? Guys, life doesn't suck. If your life sucks, we're all men here. Let's put on our big boy pants and realize if your life sucks, it's because you fucking suck. If your life sucks, it's because you are not doing what is necessary to get where you want to live, to get where you want to be, to make the money you want to make. Period. I'm right and you are wrong. It is the best time to be alive right now. It is the best time to be alive right now. The real Ace of Slays says the video gamers are getting laid now more than ever. That's true. That is true.
Well, it's pretty apparent, isn't it? And every person who discovered this for a while believed that he was the first one to work it out. We become what we think about. Now, it stands to reason that a person who's thinking about a concrete and worthwhile goal is going to reach it, because that's what he's thinking about, and we become what we think about. Conversely, the man who has no goal, who doesn't know where he's going, and whose thoughts must therefore be thoughts of confusion and anxiety and fear and worry, becomes what he thinks about. His life becomes one of frustration and fear and anxiety and worry. And if he thinks about nothing, he becomes nothing. Now, how does it work? Why do we become what we think about? Well, I'll tell you how it works as far as we know. Now, to do this, I want to tell you about a situation that parallels the human mind. Suppose a farmer has some land, and it's good fertile land. Now, the land...
Okay, this right here, I love what this analogy is, okay? This analogy that he's about to say right now is so unbelievably true. It is irrefutably true. And again, another, like, guys, me finding this thing has seriously changed my life. And I'm already, like, high value or whatever the hell you want to label me as. But, like, I'm an eternal student. I'm still trying to get better to this day. And what he's talking about right here with the fertile land, phenomenal. Pay attention. This is unbelievable.
The human mind. Suppose a farmer has some land, and it's good fertile land. Now, the land gives the farmer a choice. He may plant in that land whatever he chooses. The land doesn't care. It's up to the farmer to make the decision. Now, remember, we're comparing the human mind with the land because the mind, like the land, doesn't care what you plant in it. It will return what you plant, but it doesn't care what you plant. Now, let's say that the farmer has two seeds in his hand. One is a seed of corn. The other is nightshade, a deadly poison. He digs two little holes in the earth, and he plants both seeds, one corn, the other nightshade. He covers up the holes, waters, and takes care of the land, and what will happen? Invariably, the land will return what's planted. As it's written in the Bible, as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Now remember, the land doesn't care. It'll return poison in just as wonderful abundance as it will corn. So up come the two plants, one corn, one poison. Now, the human mind is far more fertile, far more incredible and mysterious than the land, but it works the same way. It doesn't care what we plant. Success, failure. A concrete, worthwhile goal, or confusion. Misunderstanding, fear, anxiety, and so on. But what we plant, it must return to us. You see
what he's saying there? And I just want to stop because Michael Murray in the chat just wrote something phenomenal. He says, I have the audio version of The Power of Positive Thinking on repeat every day. I listen to it. I believe that's by Norman Vincent Peale. And what's funny is actually that was one of the early mentors to Donald Trump. And he says, this shit you're saying is real and changed my life so much. I used to be a negative loser that hated all. It's true. The majority of your thoughts negative, I guarantee your life sucks. I guarantee people don't want to be around you. Majority of your thinking is positive, I guarantee your life is on an up and up and you're doing good.